Hey, welcome back to the channel. So here we got the 034 with the 48 millimeter top end. So it's still got compression. When I first ran this, it was running funny. It's obviously had to change the crank seals, which I had. Came with that Mtalo kit, or Mtanlo, whatever it's called. But anyway, so then to change crank seals, I had to stop in here, and it actually peeked inside the cylinder, and right on this side of the cylinder, there was a bad score mark. And am I concerned about that? Yes and no. I think, so if you know a steel muffler, I put some extra holes in the little part that's inside there, and I'm thinking maybe a chunk of that I missed, and that's what killed it. No, it didn't kill it. But that's what caused the issue and caused the scoring. But it's still got compression. It still runs like perfectly fine now. Like, I can't really run and put in wood because I don't have a clutch drum, so it's just, well, you know, you shouldn't be doing that. But I just want to take a look at the scoring. We'll see if I can bring you guys in so you guys can take a look too. Take the air filter off. Maybe it might be easier to see. I mean, I don't have granted, I don't have a bore on it, but I actually really like the weight and size of the saw compared to the 038. I'm pretty sure the 038 has more power because one doesn't have a scored piston, and the port job on that worked out pretty good. It'll beat the, that's only a 68cc version, it's a 50 millimeter. I know it'll beat the Neotech, the ported Neotech NS 872 I have. Okay. So, hopefully I can get you guys in here to see this. If I find my stupid little flashlight. That seems to be a big F today, because the frickety frack did I do with that? Or maybe I imagined the scoring, there is none. I think maybe I imagined it. Huh. It's gotta be there. It's probably too blunt to feel it. I'm actually a little confused. See if I can turn the, I don't know, my little flashlight. We'll see if I can turn on the, oh, never mind. There's the flashlight. I'll zoom in. See if the camera can pick this up. It probably won't. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to show you guys. But it's there. I can see it. Have no idea what caused it. Gonna check the compression though. I ran for like 2 seconds while I was outside. It's been sitting for about 10 minutes, so it should be pretty much cold compression. It should pretty much be cold compression. We'll see what we get. Compression testor. Where's the one in the case? Use that one. This one just has a little, it's easier to read. The other one's a better quality unit, but it's harder. There's the scale's different, and it's easier to read this one. Just rambling with stupid stuff now. Okay, so that's in there. Hopefully we have over 125. We'll do 15 pulls. still sitting at about 140 psi. What do you guys think? Should I pull this cylinder or just run it the way it is? I got another cylinder coming either way. But the ring still have to break in, so that 140 might get a little better. I don't know. I am going to pull the muffler, so I want to take a look on the other side, see if I can see anything. But where the scoring is, it's over here, so I don't know if I'll be able to see anything, but if I can, I'll put it in after this. But let me know if I should just send it or just run it the way it is until it blows up. But if that scoring doesn't, if it's just from something that got in there, got shoved out, it's probably not going to get any worse. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, so I pulled this thing all apart. I didn't film it because I just wanted to get it done quick. But what I found was the scoring on the cylinder, where it's a fair score. I mean, it's narrow. There's no marks on the piston. Like, seriously, there's no marks on the piston. I mean, there's some like rub marks, probably from me getting on, just from, like, you know, polishing a little bit. But there's no marks on the piston, which that's kind of a good thing. That leads me to believe it's just a little burr from me doing the muffler mod, found its way in the cylinder and just got in there. Because I mean, nothing came up. I'm not saying nothing came up from the crankcase, but I looked in there and everything looks fine. So that's what it is. I'm gonna leave it in here because I was quite proud of the port job I did on here. I just took my time and actually looked nice. And cold. This saw's only got about 60 seconds runtime on it, and cold it's running 145 psi. So I mean, once it's broken in, they'll probably get up to 155, 160, which that's really more than enough. I think sometimes people get too hung up on compression. I think Aaron A. Lynch doesn't own a compression tester. I think I heard him say that in one of his videos. Maybe he does now, but the thing is, I mean, if you're down to like 110 psi cold, by the time it heats up, chances are it's not going to run worth shit. Excuse the language, but once it gets like below 100, it's going to be not want to run right. But I mean, like, say this gets up to 160 after it's broken in, cold. Once it gets warmed up, still be at 140 psi. That's more than adequate. I mean, that's more than some Poulins have ever in their life. I'm not just talking the plastic ones. I'm talking stuff like the 3400s, the 3800s, the ones that have the chrome bore, and the aluminum bore and the chrome cylinder. Those things never really made past 140, cold or hot. Like, I mean, you can machine them. I mean, you do work to them, get the compression higher. But I mean, so I'm gonna leave it the way it is. I'm gonna run it the way it is. You won't see it in action much because I gotta get a clutch drum. Because the thing is, without the clutch drum on there, the shoes are just going on. It's probably stretching the crap out of those springs. And if those get too stretched, well, then the clutch is going to be no good, and the chain is going to want to move at any idle, kind of like how it did on my 038 there. No, it's a nice saw. I got to find a Jim Saw and stuff. He might have a inner bar plate for me. You can buy them, but if he has one, I'll just buy one off him. Clutch drum, the retainer, the E-clip. I got to find another screw for the or make something that work for the other side of the brake handle. But yeah, so it's gonna be a good saw. Yeah, so it's just gonna sit on the floor. I gotta get flippy caps for it too. It's funny. I don't know if this tanks with the rest of the saw, but this back has a flippy cap. The old tank does not. So I'm kind of thinking that it was supposed to have one, or supposed to match, but someone might have changed up the handle at some point or whatever. Or it could be a bit of a Franken saw. It's more of a Franken saw now because it's aftermarket plastic, crap like that. 036 cylinder on the 034, which is pretty common. But yeah. So, anyways, that's it. Hopefully that clutch drum will show up soon enough, and then I can get this into wood because I want to play with it. It's quite a bit lighter than the 038. It's narrower. It'll be a nice saw. Anyways, take it easy.